Broadcasting live from the True Crime Today studios to the world. This is Murder in the Morning with Tony Bruschi and Stacey Cole.
From the Hit Killers Podcast, Murder in the Morning.
Tragic case in
I don't know how to pronounce that. You can probably skip it. I'll find out where it was.
Atascosa County, I think. I don't know.
Atascosa?
Atascosa. I'll take an Atascosa with extra cheese, please. Thank you.
God, that sounds good right now.
An Atascosa. Those are great. The cinnamon and sugar ones for dessert are pretty good, too. They've led to the arrest of a mother and stepfather after their 12-year-old daughter, Miranda Sipps, died following what authorities describe as a critical delay in seeking medical care for severe injuries. According to the Atascosa County Sheriff's Office, the incident began when 36-year-old Denise Balbaneda called 911 on Monday to request medical assistance for her daughter. EMS met Balbaneda en route to the hospital and found Miranda alive but unconscious despite efforts to save her. The young girl died nearly 2 hours after arriving at the hospital. Authorities have since revealed that Miranda's injuries were sustained on August 8th, 4 days before her mother sought medical help. During that time, Balbaneda and her husband, 40-year-old Gerald Gonzales, allegedly attempted to treat Miranda's severe condition with home remedies, including smoothies and vitamins. Because when all else fails, get out the blender and let's make a smoothie, instead of seeking medical help, professional care. At a news conference, Sheriff David Sword expressed his frustration and disbelief over the couple's actions. Basically, they thought they could nurse her back to health, Sword said. We did not think they wanted the attention that this would draw if the little girl was injured, which is strangely ironic, but that was their line of thinking. Sword added that the couple likely chose to drive Miranda away from their home while waiting for EMS to avoid having law enforcement respond to their residence. The sheriff's office has not yet detailed how Miranda sustained her injuries, and an autopsy report is still pending. However, the charges against Balbaneda and Gonzales are severe. Both have been charged with injury to a child causing serious bodily injury by omission, a first-degree felony. Their bonds have been set at $200,000 each. The investigation also revealed that this was not the first time law enforcement had been called to the home. Sheriff Sword acknowledged that they had responded to previous incidents at the residence, although he did not specify the nature of those calls. Records obtained by local news outlet KSAT indicate that these calls, or 3 calls, were made to the home within the past year, including 2 related to marks on a child. The case has raised significant concerns about the welfare of children in similar situations where parents or guardians may delay or avoid seeking necessary medical care due to their own fear of legal repercussions or drawing attention to their actions. Sheriff Sword emphasized the importance of promptly seeking medical help when a child is injured, regardless of the circumstances. This case is heartbreaking, a reminder of what can happen when parents don't seek the care their children need, Sword said. Miranda might still be with us today if her injuries had not been treated sooner. As the investigation continues, authorities are working to piece together the events that led to Miranda's injuries and to determine whether additional charges may be filed against Balbaneda and Gonzales. The community, meanwhile, is left grappling with the tragic loss of a young life, the disturbing circumstances surrounding her death. Miranda Sipps' death was not only brought grief to those who knew her, but also sparked a wider discussion about child welfare and the responsibilities of parents and guardians in ensuring the safety and health of their children. Well, we've talked about that many a times on this program. And just how overworked the child welfare system is, and there's not enough people to keep up on it. And for some reason, it's never been made a priority in our country, and this is why we are sitting in the situation we are today.
Well, you had left the city that I'm in. You and I worked together. For those of us who are listening and maybe didn't know our history together, we worked together around, 2001?
Yeah, 2001, 2002.
So in 2013, in central Wisconsin, there was some parents who decided to pray for their daughter rather than medically treat her diabetes. So it wasn't like she was injured physically and didn't get medical help, but she was slowly dying, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wisconsin Supreme Court upheld homicide convictions against the 2 parents who chose to pray for her. versus getting her the medical care that she needed. And this case just kind of reminded me of that. Like, you have an obligation to provide care for your child. And in a civilized society such as the United States, that includes taking your child to the emergency room should they need emergency help.
Yeah.
Whether you have the funds or not, because they'll treat your child. They'll, payment comes later. They'll deal with that later, whether it's through some sort of badger care is what Wisconsin has, or it just gets written off, or, things like that. But you'll get the care you need. So I just don't understand not seeking care when your child is in trouble.
I don't either. I don't even know what to say to that, because it goes against everything that has to do with being a parent. And it's basically, you're caring more about something else than the health of your child. And if it's, well, that's my religion, it's like, well, that's kind of fucked up. You should re-examine that religion. If you believe that, whatever's going to be is what it's going to be, when, there's a living person here in front of you that relies on you to make good decisions, which you're clearly not.
Well, I just, in this story, they weren't saying that it was religious, but it just popped into my head about parents who pray versus getting medical care. And I wasted a shit ton of money in college and majored in religion. And I don't recall in the Bible where it says that you cannot be, subjected to medicine, that even though Jesus really avoided taking medicine, whatever there was, he didn't prohibit others from doing so. At least that's my recollection. It's been a while since I cracked the book open, but I just I don't know, people are made in God's image, and we have doctors, we have people who are qualified. And if you want to believe in the great Lord, the Lord made them smart enough to be able to heal people. To me, that seems like a great thing, Why are you avoiding it? Isn't it wonderful that we can actually heal people with medicine that we created with our own brains?
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful to me.
Wouldn't that be amazing if people use their brains?
Yeah.
Would that be wonderful?
I would love that.
Unfortunately, we don't live in a place where they do that.
No, we
much.
don't.
So you end up with this sort of shit going on. And unfortunately, people end up dying because we have a world where there's really no qualifications to be a parent, and you can create a human being and you can take it out of this world with your own ignorance pretty easily as well.
Let's be honest. Nothing kills the thrill of a good murder mystery like a commercial for laundry detergent. It's like someone slapping a closed sign on your favorite dive bar. But you're not here for that, are you? You're here for the good stuff. So ditch the ads and upgrade to True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. With True Crime Today Premium Plus, you get your crime straight. No chaser. Commercial free with extended interviews and early access. It's like getting the bartender's special when the bar's already closed. Search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and drink it all in.